Hey everybody, welcome back. Thanks for joining me. It's been a while. It's been a good 2 months since I've touched a truck. Almost since I've been in the garage, realistically, but I've had other family vehicles to fix and whatnot. So, um, hasn't changed much besides more junk getting piled around it. I got porta power in here right now holding the roof up so I can space out enough for the floor there. We're going to go ahead and probably start some metal work today. The cab is bolted on one mount there. It's pretty much in position on this one, but it's missing metal there to actually bolt it in place. So we're going to see, probably do some metal work. Been so busy working I haven't had time to get out here. So, and even honestly today I have little ambition to do anything. It's early in the morning though, and hopefully I can get some ambition up and get working. All kinds of stuff I could do if I don't feel like doing metal work. I can put the front brakes in, front shocks in, get those done and out of the way. I can finish drilling the holes in the rear suspension and swap out to littler mounts or littler blocks and probably the right U-bolts there, hopefully. I can pull the engine back out and get it ready because my 6-liter is going to be going in here along with the Power Glide I've built up. We're just not going to put the 5000 stall in here. So we'll take and put a different stall converter in. I can get that all done and taken care of and get that in for good. All kinds of stuff I could do if I really don't feel like doing any metal work today, but there's so much metal work to get done. I need to start there. Also, I could put the brake booster in. That we have that. We got the radiator, pretty much everything we need. I got all the wiring for it. I'm ready to go. The metal work is holding me up. So that's where we need to go. So let's go ahead and get started, I guess, and see where we get. Hopefully going to do some time lapse on this. We'll see what we can do as far as lighting and whatnot, because inside the cab it's dark. So I'm only going to replace the metal I need to replace. I'm not going to go excessive on it. I'm just going to do what I need to replace. Make it structurally sound again. So let's get moving. Okay, so we got the driver's side cut out a lot. Well, not a lot, but enough for right now. We got quite a bit of rust here. A little bit of stuff to cut out yet. It sucks that I had to cut right along that groove, but I can muster something up and make it work. But got some more to cut out down here, repair. make better, make goodish, something like that. So we'll get that all taken care of. Get all this cut out first, and then start patching in to a point. I might actually put some of that floor back in and get the cab back to a position where it's okay. And hold on. Some odd reason TV started playing again. Alright, so I might put in some of the floor and get this somewhat back together. So that I have more support before I do all of this stuff. So in the meantime, it's actually been a little bit since I cut all this out. Had some visitors and whatnot, and looking for some way to not work on the floor, getting all this metal started to remanufacture it and get it in the truck. I figured I would come over and pull out my table that it's supposed to be bending and welding and fab and whatnot, and obviously it's a catch-all. Everything in my garage here is a catch-all, and I'm getting tired of it, really tired of it. So I think I might go ahead and clean up and see what happens. So maybe it's time for some racking. We'll see. Stick around. All right, so we're not done yet, but we're a little bit better organized. Got a lot more room in here, finally, which is nice. And I made it so that this here little table here that I still need to clean off will give me plenty of room to be able to do metal work on. I can slide that in and out. Like I said, I just got to get it cleaned off yet. But we're getting close. Unfortunately, by the time I get done cleaning tonight, I'm gonna have to hit the road tomorrow, early morning, be gone for a week, and we'll get back at this next week. So, see how everything goes. I did put air in the tires, move the truck around a little bit. And this one actually held air, which I was shocked at. But it'll have to wait a week. So, yeah. All right, so I'm back. I've actually been back for a couple days, but unfortunately I haven't been working on that. I've been working on my wife's Explorer. So I just figured I would chime this in here real quick. This is a 2014 EcoBoost Explorer. And turbos. So here's the rear turbo. Get in there a little bit. The nut popped off and it started chewing itself out. And if you can see in there, probably can't. They're kind of missing a wheel. Yeah, it's missing the turbine wheel there. So once I finally get this back together, which is going to be probably tomorrow, because I need to get new studs for the cats and get this back together. It'll probably be tomorrow, maybe the next day, and got to try and get everything cleaned out. But then I will finally get back to that, hopefully. On a side note, the garage is a lot more spacious since I put up the racking. Stick around. All right, thanks for sticking around with me. So, where are we at? What do we got going on? Truck's there. Racking is pretty much up. Bikes are out of the way. Got that table clean. I had it cleaned off, but then I replaced the turbos on boosted, and now it's dirty again. We'll get that cleaned off. Got the back end of the truck cleaned off for the most part. I still got my roller on there. We'll have to get that off and get that out of the way. Looking at the truck, realistically, here's where we're at. The only thing that I've actually got done on the truck that's actually done and I can check off is putting the S10 front clip to the original frame and mounting the engine and transmission. That is the only thing that's actually done on the truck. Had all winter to work on it. I've been gone for work. It's what, Wednesday of, today is Wednesday, May 10th. And I'm leaving again Sunday for St. Louis. Be gone for another week. Hopefully I can get some time to work on this and get it done and provide you guys some content. I would really appreciate being able to do that. Not to mention, I would like to get the truck done. I have other vehicles that I need to get in and get going. The 94 Mustang, I need to get up and get going for my daughter. That's going to be her car when she turns 16. That's what she's going to be driving. And that kind of needs to be able to be driven. So, need to work on that. That actually has to be done within 4 months. I got to get that one up and going because that will be her car for when she starts learning how to drive. That's what I will have her driving instead of my junk. I prefer they learn how to drive in the vehicle that they're going to be driving. So, where do we go from here? What needs to be done? Well, at this point, let me show you. I moved my bike out of the way and took that for a ride finally. Needed that. In the back, the axle is not in proper position. Okay? So I need to take and swap out the lowering blocks because we currently have 2-inch blocks there. Over here on the shelf, right here, I have 1-inch blocks. So we're going to swap those out. Okay. We're going to swap the U-bolts for hopefully the correct size U-bolt, which is in that box right there. And then the leaf spring plates, we're going to take and notch the sides so that we have more clearance for the tires and get those taken care of. Okay. So that takes care of that position. The only other thing that we're going to have to do yet on that is weld the leaf spring perches when we get the pinion angle set right. Okay. Taken care of. Well, C-notches, I still haven't finished welding them in. So we can finish welding them in, and at that point, once they're done being welded, I think we can consider the welding on the frame done. Hopefully. All right, leaf springs. Both sides, they're bolted in the front. Only in 2 spots. Bottoms are not bolted yet. Backs. Position was marked. Do I remember where I marked it? No. I'm sure it's still there. All I got to do is look and figure out, and then drill and placement. Done, hopefully. So that should hopefully take care of the rear end. Let's move up to the front. Okay, this engine's in. This engine is going to be the one that's going in here. Header placement, done, taken care of. The transmission that's in there right now is not going to be the one that's going in there. That's not going to stay in there. This engine will, but the transmission that I built is going to go in there. Along with, I'm going to try and put the stock converter in that came with this transmission. I know it's a mistake, but it is what it is, and that's what I got. For this engine, I need to switch the valve covers, and I need to switch the front timing cover to non-ported, just standard timing cover, standard valve covers. It's not going to be turbocharged, so I need to take off the turbo line here, the oil feed line, get all that out of there. Then I can go ahead and get everything mounted engine, transmission, get those mounted, get the drive shaft hooked up. Then I can set pinion angle, and then that, for the most part, is going to be done. Wiring, yes, I got to do that. I do not have the front brake calipers on. I do not have the front shocks in on either side. Shocks are up there. I got one caliper here. I got a set of calipers there that were on here, and then I got another caliper underneath my son's truck. I had brand new calipers on the S10. Gonna put those back on here, or on the Sonoma that I was gonna put on the S10, but I'm gonna put those back on this front end. This one came from the Sonoma, so we'll get that taken care of. We'll get the power steering pump hooked up, get that taken care of, all that done. So that way, all we got to do is run brake lines, run fuel lines, and that's done. Steering, we need to hook up the steering, and I need to get all that set up. So we need to modify the column, and then go to double D, and get all that in place here. Then the steering can be done. I got to make sure placement of the cab is correct, and then steering can be done. I will have to remove the column for when I'm fixing stuff, but get that done and straightened out. So it's done and taken care of. I can also then mount the master cylinder that's going to go up here on the firewall. Get that done. Then I can actually run brake lines, and then all that's done. Run brake lines, master's in, everything's fantastic, wonderful, great. Then it leaves basically down to wiring all the electrical and the metalwork. Now, I'm not going to wire this truck until after I have all the metalwork done, and as you can see, we cut out a big gigantic hole. We still have to cut more out of here. If I was just putting in a whole new floor, it would be great. I could just make it myself, do what I want to do, and make it fantastic. But we're not doing that. We're patching what we have. So we'll work on metalwork, get everything taken care of, get a seat back here in here. We got to patch up the floor back there where I cut the hole there, get the body mounted properly, and go from there. So that's where we're at right now. Once that's done, we'll go ahead and mount the front clip and hopefully get this going. The struggle is every other week up through October right now, I'm gone out of state, so I won't be working on this. Sports have started, so I have kids' ball that I have to go to. I am happy to go to it and enjoy going to it with my kids. I want to support them and their team. So we got that coming. We're actually in it already, so we'll deal with that, no problem. So to be able to get this done and going, and to get the bed fixed and done and going, it's going to take some time. I understand that. And I'm going to have to try and get out here more often and get this taken care of. But that's where we're standing right now. I apologize. I want to put out a video more often than I have, but I just haven't had the time. Too many 12, 13, 14-hour days, and then every other week I'm gone, and I don't have time to work on this. It happens. So unfortunately, work has got the best of me right now. We're going to go ahead and see what we can do and get this going and provide you guys some content. I appreciate your time. Thank you very much. Hope you made it this far in the video. Get out in the garage, enjoy what time you can, work on that project, and get it out on the road. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.